Um, Folks, welcome to Werewolf Radar, the world's premier paranormal preparedness podcast. My name's Jordan Dahl.
I am Nate Bowman.
I am Roger Norquist.
Today's episode of Werewolf Radar is brought to you by Monstroco, hat filled with thoughts. Are you dumb? Put on this hat filled with thoughts. Are they your thoughts? Who cares? Shut up. You look sharp. Monstroco, hat filled with thoughts. These hats are provided by various concerns, lobbyists, you could call them, but you put them on, and certainly it changes your opinions and ideas about things. But
Right. I would imagine if you don't have severe anxiety, this hat will simulate it for you.
oh, sure. You never know which hat you're gonna get. But I will say a lot of them are advertisements. You know, you'll all of a sudden feel very strongly about Dawn dish detergent, or
Active parlays.
various political opinions. But you look sharp.
It can't be any worse than the intrusive thoughts I'm having already.
Again, that was honestly the other tagline. Monstroco, hat filled with thoughts, can't be any worse than the intrusive thoughts you're having already. And I've got a couple of them. I got one from Hormel that makes me think about chili and meat and stuff. And I got one in an anonymous package from Florida that I don't like to wear. That one gives you thoughts about skinning people. It's fine. I don't like trying it on. It's a new technology, and it is a hat filled with thoughts by Monstroco.
I'll get 6 of them. I want 6 independent thoughts. Put them all at once. Go insane,
Get a 6-pack. Don't put them on all at once.
I'm going to put them all on at once.
Roger, this
is where the term hat on a hat comes from, man.
I know
Too many things.
I know you love the Chaos Run. I really can't recommend not doing that enough. I've been working on upgrading my PC, and I've heard a couple of tales about haunted toys and haunted objects. Your Annabelles, your
Robert the Dolls.
Thank you. Yeah.
Those are the 2 big ones, but I hear tale of a haunted NES.
There's that chair.
Chair's not a toy, Jordan. That was a punishment.
Okay, fair. Well, maybe at your house. I got to thinking about haunted computers.
Okay. I try to look for these every once in a while. Did you finally succeed?
I found some stuff.
Yeah.
We might have talked about this. The Ghost in the Machine is a pretty
phenomenal movie from 1995.
So a well-known trope.
A well-known trope, exactly. Thank you. So first, obviously, we started at Reddit. Reddit, the front page of the internet, the voice of the people, where all of the spooksters go.
Good and bad.
Their spooky tales. This is from Our Paranormal 1 year ago. It was posted by Extreme Poetry 5464, who says, I know that bugs or glitches seem like the obvious culprit for code or programs to not work as intended, but is there any story where it's believed a ghost or spirit was behind it? Does anyone know of stories of something haunting computer programs?
Ooh, that's a good phrasing. I never really phrased it like that.
Top comment with 2 upvotes. This was back in the 90s, 2000s in my childhood home. Some weird things happened in that house. We had a printer that would randomly print wingding characters even when no one was home on the computer. Sometimes strings of things, sometimes hearts. We always blamed it.
Isn't that how printers like they do regular to make sure that the ink's fresh or whatever?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's one of those things to where we can't have the ink solidify in the nozzle, so we have to print something.
Maybe that's what that is on other podcasts, but on this one, it's ghosts.
Okay.
No, I mean it still could be ghosts. I just
No, I'm kidding.
that's not a thing now.
No. That was my first thought too. Some years ago, I worked at a company that was headquartered in a 17th century barn conversion. The site itself was originally the location of a Benedictine nun's priory. Sorry, that was a great thing to say very properly. Which had its own graveyard for the nuns that lived there. Okay, yeah.
And now we're building God machines.
Yeah, the place was eventually abandoned and broke down by the locals for the masonry over the centuries until nothing was left. The whole site experienced a much higher than average number of issues with power and with technology. I was in tech support there and coined the phrase, the dead nuns did it. We would have suppliers installing hardware, configuring software and devices, and complaining they were seeing issues they'd never seen before, despite these being established enterprise solutions they deployed all over the world. We'd get localized, like to one desk or room, power disruptions, physical items such as NAS devices and other server room hardware having buttons pressed, and just general interference in locked rooms or on systems that no one was accessing. By the time I left, whenever there was a weird issue like that, someone would simply state, the nuns. And we'd all nod knowingly. I always wanted to do an investigation on that site, but sadly that is off the cards now. Awesome. I love it.
I'm gonna steal that, and I'm using that at my work. I do the tech for the whole store. Whenever something breaks, which happens twice a day,
the
nuns did it. I'm not
did
gonna explain it. I'm just gonna mutter the nuns did it, and then putter off to the toolbox.
Yeah. Haunted look into the middle distance.
Yeah, the nuns have
returned.
Did it.
He must have gone to Catholic school.
We just hired a bunch of new people
cool.
that don't know me too well.
Oh, that would be fun for them.
It would be fun for them.
That rocks. That's a great creepy story. That gave me the goosebumps just a little bit. Let's see what's next.
Also on that printer one, the only thing I can really find is the most likely solution is corrupted data. And what is a ghost in the machine except for corrupted data, maybe?
Yeah. There's not very many other good examples on this Reddit thread. There is a Quora question where it says, has it ever occurred to you that a ghost would communicate via your computer/PC, for example, through a mouse moving by itself or a window chat popping up out of nowhere and a deceased loved one speaking to you? And this is Chris 4 years ago. Yes, my wife had passed away. I woke up on her birthday and opened Facebook and saw the notification to wish her a happy birthday. So I pressed to leave a message, and before I could type anything, a pop-up box appeared, and in it was, I love you. I tried to see if I had accidentally typed something, but I couldn't get it to do it again.
I don't like that.
Population.
This
person says.
That's creepy.
I mean, it's very loving, but spooky. It's spooky.
It's spooky. Yes, we had poltergeist activity where I live, including PC wires furling and unfurling. Eileen, the spirit, gave her name. Never actually made contact on screen or through sound, though.
Listen, I can accept a lot of ghost mischief.
Yeah.
But one thing I can't accept is poor cord management.
Dude, you would go nuts if you saw what I got going on over here.
No, if it's my own cords, I don't give a shit. When I built my PC, they were everywhere, dude. The professional job that I paid money for on this build looks so clean and nice.
That's crazy. I should get a job doing that.
You should. Are you insane?
No.
Oh wow.
Yes, but not in that way. Nate pausing. I think you are. Okay, this brings me to my my main feature, the feature story.
Ooh.
What I came up with was an article from North Wales Live from March 2022 by Lee Grimsditch, the nostalgia writer for the North Wales Live. who wrote an article that says Ghost typing on 1980s computer accuses couple of stealing his house.
Well, it's, I mean, sounds like they probably did.
I love
Except-
everything about what you just said.
The couple who were
I wrote a story.
Renovating.
I think I published it. It's in our Patreon about this exact subject.
Ooh.
Where the physical world and the ghostly world are one and the same. Your basic Shadowrun or your Warhammer type situation,
okay, sure.
and the ghost is suing for squatters' rights because they ended up paying the property tax and the and cleaning up the property.
Funny. This couple was renovating an 18th century cottage when they reported strange goings on at their home. Just for the record, while we're imagining this, this is the type of computer that the ghost communicated on, a BBC micro.
Let me see. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Look at the fucking cursor system.
I love it.
Oh my god, the dual floppy disk insert.
Yeah.
This thing had to be like fucking $1,000, dude. Look at the size of that monitor.
In seeing it, I'm now remembering that I think Nate already talked about this, but we're gonna do it again. So BBC computer heads, lean forward on your chairs.
I can't lean any more forward.
The case of an allegedly haunted 1980s computer that started communicating with a teacher in archaic English has baffled paranormal investigators for over 35 years.
And historical linguistics? This is my favorite segment.
Roger, let's see those hands.
They're up here, don't worry.
Known as the Dawdleston messages. Whoa, boy, whimsical last names. These guys saw us coming.
Written by Lee Grimditch.
Yeah, totally. Of the fucking Neil Gaiman character of a journalist at this place. Grimsley. They were a series of communications by a teacher received on a BBC microcomputer in 1985. This was before the internet was commonplace, and the computer was not connected to a network. The bizarre events sparked theories ranging from an elaborate hoax to an angry ghost. Some even suggested it was an attempt from both the past and the future to communicate with the present. But it all started with a set of mysterious footprints. The story resurfaced recently in a blog written by Allison Troutner for the website How Stuff Works. I think we might have gone over that one. In 1985, Ken Webster and his girlfriend Debbie had recently moved into and were renovating the dilapidated 18th century meadow cottage in the village of Dawdleston in Cheshire, close to the North Wales border. During renovations, the couple noticed strange six-toed footprints in the dust, which seemed to walk up the walls between the bathroom and kitchen.
6 toes, huh?
Yeah. Feeling sure it was a prank, perhaps from some mischievous previous owner, Ken painted over the footprints and thought they were gone for good. The next day, the footprints returned. Over the next few weeks, the couple experienced a series of incidents that made them feel as though they were not quite alone.
Sounds like they've got a paintergeist.
Tins of cat food had been neatly stacked in a pyramid, and an eerie presence was felt in the cottage. Ken was working as a teacher at a local school and had brought home a BBC microcomputer he had borrowed. Borrowed. Sure, Ken. Copy that, dude. This was the point things got really weird. Soon after the computer was set up, typed messages started to appear on its monitor. The first message appeared in the form of an ominous poem. There once was a man from Mount Monted whose house was apparently haunted. Just kidding. This is the point where things got really weird. Soon after the computer was set up to type messages, More messages soon followed. The writer appeared to be able to see both Ken and Debbie and asked about who they are before accusing them of stealing his house. How come we don't actually get that ominous poem?
Yeah, I was
What the fuck?
kind of hoping we'd get it.
There's lots of quotes from the spooky computer in here. They skipped over the poem. Days later, a second, equally strange message came through, appearing to be written in some archaic version of English. It said, quote, I write on behalf of many. What strange words you speak. You are a worthy, good man, who has a fanciful woman, and you live in my house, who dwell in my home, with lights which the devil makes. It was a great crime to have stolen, bribed my house. LW.
I mean, that's not all that archaic.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, when you said archaic, I was expecting like what gardena in Gordongadum, like old English.
Yeah. So they actually inserted some words here. So the original reading would be more like, I write on behalf of many. What strange words you speak. You are a worthy man who has a fanciful woman, and you live in my house with lights which devil makes. It was a great crime to have bribed my house. Oh, no, wait. You are a worthy man who has a fanciful woman, and wait, you are a worthy man who has a fanciful woman who dwell in my home with lights which devil makes. It was a great crime to have bribed my house.
With the light, or a light that the devil makes,
with
is exactly
devil makes.
what I'm calling electric and gas lighting.
That'll be fun around the house.
Yeah, it will be. Kylie's gonna love me. She's gonna be all like, turn on the lights, and it'd be like, you mean the light that the devil makes?
Never. Over the next year and a half, more messages continue to appear. Committed to discovering who's behind them, Ken asked a series of questions to try and find out the identity of the writer. The presence appeared to be able to see the couple in the house. The writer, after initially giving his name as Lucas, confessed his name was Thomas Harden, or Howarden Vicar.
Vicar at large. Dun, 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 dun.
Or Howarden Vicar, or Howarden Vicar, I see. With this name, did appear to live around this time. Wait, what the fuck are they saying? The writer, after initially giving his name as Lucas, confessed his name was Thomas Harden, or Howarden. A vicar with this name did appear to live at this time in a church around this time at a church in Gloucestershire. It was then, Thomas said, he had been in communication with a friend from 2109.
What?
Ken, intrigued, wrote a message.
He's wondering about the light that the devil makes, but he's talking to a guy from the year 2109.
Ken,
you don't understand how mind-blowing electric light is, Nate. We're men of the present.
Right, fair enough.
Thomas.
Now I'm wondering if there's not some sort of massive social collapse between now and 2109.
Could you imagine? I wonder when that might be starting. Ken, intrigued, wrote a message to 2109 on the computer and received a message. The message read, try to understand that you three have a purpose that shall in your lifetime change the face of history. We, 2109, must not affect your thoughts directly, but give you some sort of guidance that will allow room for your own destiny. All we can say is that we are all part of the same God, whatever he is.
I'm sick of all these fucking aliens and time travelers telling me we all got the same God. You ain't worshiping Zalthor, God of the fifth dimension.
But Zalthor is also like Yahweh, and
he is not. He said so specifically in the post on
in Zalthor 3. Zalthor takes Manhattan.
Yeah.
All we can say is that we are all part of the same God. Whatever he is. I do think it's interesting that they also believe God is a man. In 2104, God's dick is discovered.
I think it's also it's a clear linguistically, it's a clear sign that this is maybe not real and from our own time when you're using our own societal structures of God on something 100 years in the future. Like he obviously God's a man to this dude,
Yeah.
but in the future God's going to be a robot. I know, I'm the one that builds them.
Godbot. More messages were left from 2109, who is reported to have expressed annoyance at finding out Lucas's real name. Could the messages from Thomas, Lucas, 2109, and Ken and Debbie be from 3 different timelines using the BBC Micro as a communication device?
Yeah, no, it's people didn't know it, but they accidentally built a quantum computer.
Truly, like that placed in that specific place and time, like next to that molecule of hydrogen on the table or something in an accidental way. Paranormal investigators were invited into the cottage by the couple. Despite attending on 3 occasions, they were unable to gain any answers offered after no activity occurred. Eventually, Thomas said that he was being forced from his land and was never heard from again. But before he stopped his communications, he said that he would leave a book for his friends in the future.
Oh.
Messages from 2109 later said that the book would be found at some point. As of yet, no such book has been discovered. The events at Meadow Cottage in 1985 and 86 continue to be debated by those with an interest in researching the paranormal. Like us, Nick Pontes, a researcher with a master's degree in early modern history, has been fascinated by the story and has written a blog on his investigations into the events with a hyperlink to said blog. There's also a book called The Vertical Plane that was written in 2019 about this firsthand experiences communicating with Thomas.
What if that book is The Fountainhead?
It's called The Vertical Plane.
No, not his book. I meant the book that will be left for us.
Oh, I see.
Like, what if
found it? Look,
the joke was Ayn Rand, but the premise is, what if it's already been released and he refuses to acknowledge something? And like it's maybe more metaphorical than he wants to admit.
Or like it was left, but somebody picked it up. It was like a manuscript, and they went, I could publish this under my name.
No, but I am now. I just assumed the publisher found a book and is printing it for free, but I like that one. That one we could make a movie on.
Well, that does it for my section that I'm calling The Ghost in the Machine.
Internet.